Today's guest has a story that I would like for you to listen to directly from her, as I feel it could touch a lot of people's lives. Citia grew up in a humble neighborhood with her mother. Her mother was a single mother that lived from income support from the government and domestic work. She struggled a lot, but although all difficulties, she motivated me with my studies. Seeing how much she struggled, I did my best at school so that I can get a good job, so that we can have a better future. Also, so that she can be proud of me as her only daughter. When I get my master's degree in accounting, I thought now I can work in the corporate world till retirement, have a good life. I was following the system of a society, the 9 to 5 mentality, but God had a bigger and better plan for me. To achieve God's bigger plan, I went through a period of trial so that He can shift my mindset to take me to my calling. One of my struggles was financial. I couldn't find the right job. During this period, God guides me to stop following the systems of the outer world and focus more on my inner world. He guides me to His will, His purpose for my life. That's why now I want to empower people to discover their life purpose so that they can become their best version. I help them start a business doing what they love so that they can live a life of total fulfillment, true happiness, and freedom. I went through all the trials and errors, all the pain, so that now I can help other people. My biggest secret for people to live an extraordinary life is to be diligent. Keep persisting no matter what. Never give up. I'm someone that persevered despite all adversities such as rejections, bullying, failures, etc. That's why I'm carrying my last name with honor. Vlijt, that is a translation of diligent in Dutch. I empower people to be diligent, to not don't be demotivated by their difficult situation. No matter how hard their past and their current situation is, it is a learning process to make them stronger to go to the next level. I can understand them deeply. My motto is be diligent in pursuing God. He will guide you to live a life of total fulfillment, true happiness, and freedom. Never give up. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Okay, hey everybody, thanks for joining us on another episode of the Truths We Hide podcast. Today's guest is Citia Vlijt. She is a life and business coach. Her mission is to help people discover themselves so that they can become their best version. She also has a business doing what they love to live a life of total fulfillment, true happiness, and freedom. Thank you so much, Citia, for being on here. Where are you calling us from today?
Hi, Mrs. Wittenberger, sorry. Thank you for accepting me on your podcast.
Of
It
course.
is a pleasure for me to be on your podcast, and I want to congratulate you on having a great podcast that adds huge value to people's lives.
Thank you.
And I'm from Curacao.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell our listeners your story and how you decided to be a life and business coach.
Okay. I grew up in a humble neighborhood with my mother, and my mother is a single mother that lives from income support from the government and domestic work. And she struggled a lot, but also all difficulties, she motivated me with my studies. And seeing how much she struggled, I did my best at school so that I can get a good job to have a better future. Also, so that she can be proud of me as her only daughter.
Wow.
And when I get my master's degree in accounting, I thought that now I can work in the corporate world till retirement, living a happy life. So I was following the system of society, the 9 to 5 mentality. But God had a bigger and better plan for me, and to achieve God's bigger plan, I went through a period of trial so that it would shift my mindset to take me to my calling. One of my struggles was financial. I couldn't find the right job. And during this period, God guides me to stop following the systems of the outer world and focus more on my inner world. And He guides me to His will, His purpose for my life. That's why now I want to help people to discover the life purpose and become the best version. Help them to start a business, doing what they love, to live a life of total fulfillment through happiness and freedom. So I went through all the pain so that now I can understand people and help them.
That's truly amazing. And to have that strength to be able to do that. How did you grow up with parents that were just that had taught you to be independent and to have that courage to do what you're doing?
Yes, my mother was a single mother, but it wasn't easy for her.
Right.
But it was a change for me. It was a change of mindset because I was following the system of society, trying to fit in, trying what the other world are telling me.
Yeah.
So that mislead me to don't be myself, to, to know what I um, really want for myself. So it was a process.
Yeah, I can imagine. No, I think that's true. That's remarkable for you to be here now in a place where you want to help other people. And so, how long have you been doing this?
I'm trying because it is a trial and error because I'm in the begin phase of life and coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I certified myself with rapid result coaching and to be ready to help people.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that.
Yeah.
And how do you keep motivated? Especially, I know there's a lot of people who when they get frustrated and it doesn't work the way that they wanted to, they just want to give up. So how do you keep motivated to continue to get that drive to get up each day and continue doing what you love?
Okay. I keep the right perspective about the situation. Have faith in God. Don't focus on what I see, but in what I believe. And feed my mind with the right information. For example, read a lot of books about self-development, study people that achieve big things in life, watch motivational videos. And that is what I think that other people need to be aware to what they are reading, watching, and listening to.
Yes.
And surround yourself with the right people because that's important, very important to fit your right mindset.
No, you're absolutely correct. You do have to surround yourself with the right people and that will help you grow. And then, of course, your mindset is such a huge thing to focus on. It's so hard to keep that positive mindset every day.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so you have I like your logo. It's a fist and it's diligent empowerment, right?
Yes.
I love that. How did you come up with that?
Okay. Because the name diligent, first of all, the name diligent empowerment, my last name Vlijt, that is the translation of diligent in Dutch.
Oh,
Yes. And I love to empower people. So I think that's my calling because my whole life I love to help people if they are sad, if they are some, if they are in a difficult situation. I love to send a mail, a message, etc. And empowerment. So that's why the main goal of the company is empower people diligently. And my last name is Vlijt, that is diligent. And so that's why, and my whole life I was, with all the struggle and all things, all adversity, I was diligent. So keep persistent, keep pushing, never give up. And that's why I want to encourage people to be diligent.
that's very good. I like that. I love that your last name translates to diligent.
Yes.
That's so different. I love that.
Yeah.
And so you help people start a business doing what they love. So what advice do you give to people who want to start their own business?
Okay, first of all, I think they need to discover themselves. What are their gifts, their talents, so that they can be more aware, so that they can unleash their full potential. So I don't want them to make the same mistake like I did. So follow only what the other are telling. So focus on your inner self. That's why the self discovery is very important.
Hmm.
And in that case, when I go to the process of self discovery, so the question and so the people can discover themselves, which are their talents and gifts, and in that direction I guide them to what which business is right so that they can start. And now in the new world, it's recommendable to do an online business.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. I think with what you're doing with being a life and business coach, it kind of goes hand in hand in self-discovery and like you had mentioned, and doing what you love and not what you think other people want you to do, or following everybody else's advice. Sometimes it's helpful, but sometimes it's not. You have to really listen to yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you help people all over the world? I mean, people from the United States can contact you, and how does that work?
No, I'm starting to put myself out in the world.
Okay.
So we're working on my online presence and so
Mhm.
because I need to share this message to the world. So this is also a process for me
Yes.
because
No. It's
yes, yes, because it's not easy for being an introvert to speak to the public and so, but I feel the message burning inside that I need to share this to the world to help them. So
no. That's wonderful. It definitely is a process. It's scary to start.
yes, yes, yes,
Especially if you're, well, like me, I was really shy. And for
yes,
me to want to get out there and talk to people was a little scary, a little nerve-wracking. But I think once you start to do it, then it feels empowering, right? It's that empowerment. I love that. And so do you have a website or Facebook that people can find you, or are we that's still all in the process?
yes. It's in the process, but people can find me. They can contact me at diligent@gmail.com. And I have a link where people can get access to the ultimate guide to live an extraordinary life.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can leave the link on with you.
Yes, of
Is it
course.
possible? Yes, where they can get the guide with um, how to live an extraordinary life.
I love that. No, of course. Yes. So I'll put that in the show notes, and I'll put all the links so you can find her. And I think this is it's amazing, and I'm proud of you for making the steps because it is scary.
Yeah,
And for you to be where you're at now, that took a lot of courage and a lot of strength, and of course your mindset. So that's really amazing. So I look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future, and if I could ever help you in any way, you just let me know. So I'm excited for you.
okay, many thanks for the opportunity. Many thanks for your help, your support.
Of course, I'm excited. Okay, guys, I'm going to put her link in the show notes. Let's show her some support. Let's help her get her message out there. And yeah, I love it. So, Diligent Empowerment with Citia Vlijt. So, thank you so much.
Okay, many thanks for the interview and keep up the good work. All the
Thank,
best.
thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Truths We Hide podcast, created by A Wild Ride Called Life. To find out more about our mission, visit www.awildridecalledlife.com.